Once again, we give all praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. The Lord to the elders of GMS, the elders that rule well, right? We out here in Kiram, Trinidad, bringing good tidings, right? We cannot be called, we come in to give good tidings to wake up our people of Negro, Latino, and native descent to who they are. Of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, right? Our nationality is written about in the Bible, right? The King James Version preferably, because what? It's a book of history, it's a book of nationality, and it's a book of what? Prophecy. And we live in a generation, a time of prophecy, right? So we out here prophesying pro before, the prefix pro means before, and the suffix or the ending up of the word sai means to tell. So we tell them before time what is to happen on the earth, right? So what we speaking about? We're speaking about the end days, which we're in right now, right? So these end days, what we seeing happening, we filtering the geopolitical affairs, what's happening in the news, but through the Bible, right? Why is it happening? What is the reason for it? Why is these Asian tribes or the Asian nationalities, why are they being plagued with so much different natural disasters? So much different horrendous acts being done by nature. Tsunamis, earthquakes, water spouts, all these different things that are happening. Why is it happening to them? Why are they being plagued with these famines and these plagues? Alright? Sorry. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 58, please. Right? Why are they being plagued with so much of these plagues? Right? Because it's all written in the Bible. Start at verse 58. Start at verse 58. Right.
So it's Deuteronomy 28 and 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in the book, that thou mayst fear this glorious and fearful name.
Right, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of the law that is written in the book, that thou mayst fear the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Yahweh thy power. Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of the seed of thy seed, even great plagues, and the long continuance, and sore sickness, and long continuance. Moreover,
hold on. So he's going to make these plagues of your long continuance. So we've seen some of these tribes, these nations, the nationality of the Asian, which is Moab or Ammon in the Bible. Some say there's Philippines, some say there's what, Chinese, some say there's Taiwanese, some say there's Japanese. They are Moab and Ammon. Right? They are Moab and Ammon. Just like how the East Indians, they call them, some of them call themselves East Indians, some call themselves what, Pakistani, and all the other different tribes within them. But what they all are? Elamites, formerly known as the Persians. Alright, that is a nationality. Alright? But what is scripture in Deuteronomy 28 and 58 go on down is saying is that if you don't fear the Most High, this is Israel, you don't fear the Most High, and these other nations, they don't fear the name of the Most High. Because why? This is their kingdom and they live in the top. So they forget who is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because before, in times past, the name of our Lord was dreadful among the heathens. If anybody can get that precept too. The name of our Lord was dreadful among the heathens. Alright? The name of our Lord was reputable. When Joshua sent out the 2 spies into the land, when Ahab met them, what did they say? What did she say? Rahab, sorry, when Rahab met them, what did she say? We have heard of the Jews and their power to bring that to the God. Right? What did they say? We heard of the Jews and the power, Holy Most High give them power to bring all these other nations in submission. And she asked for mercy.
Joshua chapter 2, verse 12. Now therefore, I pray you, swear unto me. Now therefore, I pray you, swear unto me by Yahweh, since I have showed you kindness, that you will also show kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token. And that, verse 30, and that he will save alive my father and my mother and my brethren and my sister and all that they have, and deliver our life from death.
Fine, read higher up, because she said she heard of us and our power.
Yeah.
Read a little higher up.
Dropping on verse 4. Joshua chapter 2, verse 4. And the woman took the two men and hid them, and said thus, There came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. And it came to pass about the time of shutting of the gates, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whether the men went, I would not pursue after them quickly, for he shall overtake them. But he shall have brought them up to the roof of the house, and hide them with a stock of flax which he had laid in order upon the roof. Yeah. Verse 7. And the men pursue after them the way to the Jordan unto the fords. And as soon as they which pursue after them were gone out, they shut the gate. Let's go back to Joshua chapter 1. Joshua the son of Nun sent out of Shittim two men to spy secretly, saying, Go view the land, even Jericho. And they went and came in unto an harlot house named Rahab, and lodged there.
And they went unto Rahab's house. Rahab was a harlot. Right, go ahead.
Verse 2. And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country. Verse 3. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into thy house, for they be come to search out all the country.
Because they become to search out all the country. Go ahead. So in other words, they came to spy it out, right?
Right.
And they was afraid of us. Go ahead.
And let me jump to verse 9 to 11. And she said unto the men, I know that the Lord Yahweh had given you the land.
You see, she said it was reputed. Right? So she said, I know that the Lord Yahweh had given you the land. Go ahead.
And that your terror is falling upon us.
Right, and that our terror, which was, we were a terror unto them, unto the nations, unto these all these other races. Because our Father, Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahushai, gave us power to conquer them. Go ahead.
And that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you.
They were weak because of us. Right? Because we stood in righteousness and in truth. We had power in righteousness and in truth and in the fear of our God. Right? Because he only gives us power when we fear him. And we keep his laws. Go ahead.
Verse 10. For we have heard how the Lord Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you.
So here it was reputed, it was recorded, it was spoken of that the Most High, Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, he dried up the Red Sea. For who? For Israel. Go ahead.
When he came out of Egypt.
When we came out of Egypt. The whole world didn't come out of Egypt. He delivered Israel from the Egyptians. Israel came out of Egypt. The Egyptians were swallowed up. Go ahead.
And what he did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan.
God.
Zion and Og.
We slew them. We killed them. Go ahead.
Whom he utterly destroyed. Verse 11. And as soon as we have heard these things, our heart did melt. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man.
So because of you. Because of who?
Israelites.
Because of the Israelites. So what? Israel was a terror and a fear to these heathens. And our God, our power, he was a terror unto them. We were fearful. The sight of us were fearful unto them. But we see that on the land now? No, we don't see that on the land. You see them dogs come up over us. We become down low, and all these are the curses. Right? But guess what? The Most High said He's going to reverse that onto them. So the reason we're seeing all these how to say, all these natural disasters, they might call it disasters, but we call it blessings from Yahweh, but Shem Yahweh Shai, because He's getting you all. You understand? Yahweh Shai is the spirit of vengeance. Right? He's getting you all. It mightn't seem like no, but little by little you're getting taken down. What? The Ammonites, they're getting radiation from what? From the collapse of the nuclear power plant. Right? Because of the nuclear, what the power plant that leaking radiation into the Earth's waters, that coming across on the next side, reaching even the west coast of America. They have radiation poisoning. Right? We see these other natural disasters, earthquakes, hitting them, storms, even America, across there in wicked ass Italy. All these different things is because why? They do not revere, they do not fear, they forgot the fear of our power. But He's gonna bring it back. He's gonna bring it back. He saw the so-called white man, they built this what? The half machine. Right? So you all think that you all can manipulate the sky, manipulate fire tornadoes, manipulate the water spouts. Right? That's the power of the Most High. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 60.
Come on.
Moreover, He will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague, which is not
every sickness and every plague,
which is not written in the book of this law.
Zika not written in the book of the law. AIDS not written in the book of the law. What else we have? H1N1 not written in the book of the law. Swine flu not written in the book of the law. But guess what? All these scripture says the plagues are not written. The Most High and all is gonna. He puts it in their spirit to send it back upon you all. Go ahead.
Them will Yahweh bring upon thee.
That is what Yahweh will bring upon thee. All these plagues, natural disasters. That's what He will bring upon thee. Go ahead.
Until thou be destroyed.
Until thou be destroyed. Right? Where are ya?
This is Ephesians 4 verse 4. There is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope for your calling. One power, one faith, one baptism, one power and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all.
So this is Apostle Paul talking to the Ephesians and the Hebrew Israelite foreigners who was dwelling at Ephesus. And even today, that same word, that same apostolic letter is towards us today as believers in Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Yeah? And this is the heart of the Spirit of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai towards His redeemed people, who He have wake up from darkness and bring them into His marvelous light. This knowledge, this truth has given these people His name, His son name, and their identity as citizens of the heavenly kingdom. Yeah? Go on, brother.
Ephesians 4 and 7. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Mashiach.
Read back that again.
But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Mashiach.
Yeah, according to every one of us, we have been given grace according to the measure of Mashiach. So grace has been given to us. And why the Most High have given us grace? For us to play the fool? For us to joke around? For us to deceive one another? He gave us grace that we have to carry a particular task. Yeah? A particular function to his body. Yeah? That's why the grace was given. The grace was not given for us to manipulate one another. The grace was not given for us to rule over each other. The grace was given that there could be order in his house.
That's right.
Yeah? So, go on, brother.
Ephesians 4:8. Wherefore he said, wherein he ascended up on high, he leadeth captivity captive and give gifts unto men.
Yeah. So Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, has given gifts unto men. Let me hear the gift that he given unto the men.
Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth?
So we know, the whole of Yasharala know that Yahweh Shai was descended to the lower part of the earth. For what? For the nation of Israel. To fulfill the purposes of his father Yahweh, which is our father. Yeah? As Yahweh Shai let us know, our Father who art in heaven, Yahweh is our Father who art in heaven. So he's speaking to the redeemed men. The redeemed men that he have raised up. Where was dead. Somebody give me I think more up in Ephesians, I think Ephesians chapter 1, around there. You go on. Yeah.
Ephesians 4:10.
Yeah.
See?
It says Revelation chapter 21 verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God, or Yahweh, is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their power. I'll repeat the last part. And Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their power.
Yahweh himself will be with them and be their power. Then he's talking about the nation of Israel, the redeemed men that he have redeemed out of the house of Israel. He will be with these particular people. There's not any people he's going to be with. These people will have his nature, his character, and his identity. These people will carry out the will of the Lord. And these are the people he's talking about. He's going to dwell among them. These people will carry out his commission. They will carry out his bidding in this time. So all these things are happening around the earth. The chaos, the disaster. What happening to the 2/3 and these people? What happening even among the nation of Israel, where they're saying, well, Satan attacking the churches. It's a reason why the Most High allowing Satan to attack the church. To attack Yasharala, the church, because we get too comfortable and we're not understanding that we have a responsibility to Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. If we go back in the book of Acts, we'll understand why he caused persecution to come upon the church. There was a purpose and a reason why he caused persecution to come upon the church. Because they get too complacent, they get too comfortable. So you have to stop the eagerness. And that's what he's doing in this time. Because his body have a purpose in the earth. Go on, bring it.
Psalms 135 verse 4. For the Lord hath chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure.
Yeah. So Yahweh chosen Jacob for himself. Why you have chosen Jacob for himself? Why you have chosen Israel as his peculiar what?
Treasure.
Why? Because you have a special purpose for them in the earth, among the nations and them. that these people is to be the light of this world.
God.
These people is to be the salt of the earth.
God.
These people is to give leadership to the nation.
God.
Not the Gentile nation and them leading them.
God.
Is the nation of Israel is to lead the nation in righteousness.
God.
Yeah? So that's why we have a special purpose among the nations and them.
God.
Go on, brother.
Ephesians 4 and 10. He that descended is the same also that ascended
So Yahweh Shai Mashiach ascended up. Go on.
ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things.
Good. Stop right there. He is ascended far above all heavens. And that heaven represents rulership. He's ascended far above all rulership. Even Esau rulership. The reason why Esau is still in power and authority today, because the nation of Israel, the redeemed men of the household of Israel, is not in the place that Yahweh wants them to be in. He cannot give them rulership. He cannot give them rulership over the nation if they're not in that place and position where he wants them to be in. So he allowed Esau, he prolonged Esau rule. That's why the scripture said, unless our obedience, something like that, our obedience get in order like that. I can't remember how the scripture go. But he's waiting on our obedience. Yeah? To come out of a place of disobedience. Yeah? Go on, brother.
It says John chapter 6 verse 44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day.
That's right. No man could come to Yahweh Shai Mashiach unless the spirit of the Father Yahweh draws that person to Yahweh Shai Mashiach. No man.
I get precept.
Yeah, go on, brother.
Jeremiah 16 verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart. Talking about Israel.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
That they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land, which is the land of Israel, right? Into a land that ye know not, which is the West Hemisphere, the islands, and America, right? Neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, right? Which is the churches,
yes,
and the school system and all of that, you know? Say, huh?
Say, plague on holidays.
God.
Keeping in the so-called foolish independence.
Where I will not show you favor. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Yeah, that is talking about America.
God.
Yeah. So let's read back that part where it say no more.
Said, therefore, behold,
yeah,
the day is coming, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, that it shall, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah. So no more we'll be saying that the Lord has brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt. But this is what we'll be saying now. Go on, brother.
But the Lord liveth.
But the Lord liveth, Yahweh liveth.
That brought up the children of Israel.
That brought up the children of Israel.
From the land of the north.
From the land of the north.
And from all the lands whither he had driven them.
And from the land whither he have driven them. Let me just focus just on the land of the north, which is America. Yeah? And this is where the most of the tribe of Judah is there. It's time for you, Judites. Yeah? who have been given the rulership to lead. It's time for Judah to get it right in Babylon, in America there. It's time for the leadership of the household of Israel to start to get it right in America there, in Babylon. He does say Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. It's time to wake up now. You have been too long. You have been too long sleeping. You lion. It's time to wake up and roar. Go on, brother.
It says Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the branches thereof, and I will raise up its ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
That's right. It's time, the Moses says, he's going to raise up the tabernacle of David. No longer we're going to have false leadership on them. Like Jesse Jackson. No longer we will have these kind of false leadership. But the Moses is raising up true men after his own heart out of the nation of Israel to lead his people. Yeah? He promised us that if a prophet have to raise up for us, he's going to be among our own brothers. No longer we will have deceitful and deceiving leadership in the house of Israel. It's time for reformation. Go on, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3, start from 7. It says, and I said, after she have done all these things, turn thou unto me. Right? But she returned not, and our treacherous sister Judah saw it. And I said, when for all these cause whereby backsliding Israel commit adultery and had put her away, I have given her a bill of divorce. Right? So the most I put them away. Right. Where you explain?
Yeah. So what did the Most I did? He put all you away, give all your bill of divorcement.
Right. It's time to wake up.
It's time to wake up from your slumber, from your sleep. You all are a mighty army. Yeah?
I get precept.
Do not put your trust in the American government and them. Do not put your trust in Egypt. The spirit of Egypt is in America there. Don't put your trust there. It's time to wake up, tribe of Judah. It's time to wake up. Yeah? It's time to wake up, Judah, and all the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. It's time to know your rightful place. It's time to take your rightful place among the nation. It's time, you Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and all the list goes on. It's time to wake up. No longer we shall be a mighty giant fast asleep. We have revelation now. We have the authority of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. It's time we take our rightful place among the nations of the earth. It's time we become a nation once again. It's time we speak to the United Nations and them and let them know those who are in our land in Palestine, they are not the true Jews. We are the true Jews. That land belonged to the nation of Israel. It belonged to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the nation of Israel. No longer we shall be believing those lies. We shall stand for truth. We was created to be a righteous nation, an upright nation, a nation that is holy and doing the will of Yahweh Basham, Yahushai Mashiach. One brother.
Romans 11:1. I said then, have Yahweh cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Yahweh did not cast away his people. It's time we debunk all these lies that America and that the Christian Europe nations and them have bestowed upon the planet. These lies is to be debunked. But for these lies to be debunked, we have to come back as that nation to stand for truth. We was created to be a truthful nation.
That's right.
Not a nation of lies.
That's right.
I have a precept here.
Come on, brother.
This is Jeremiah 3 and 12. Right? It says, go and proclaim these words towards the north, which is America. Where up?
So the Most I say, go and proclaim these words towards the north.